Over the Bars podcast is brought to you by Donnell's Motorcycles. Go to Instagram and type in Donnell's Motorcycles. That's Donnells. And the reason I want to divert you to their Instagram is Donnell's, their sales team is always posting the deal of the day. And the only place that you can find that is on the Donnell's Instagram. Some days it's Husky TC125s. Some days it's a Beta X-Trainer 300. Some days it might be a GSXR 1000 used motorcycle that they're, blowing out. So check out their deal of the day. It's on Donnell's Motorcycles on Instagram. Over the Bars podcast is also brought to you by the Kansas Motocross Championship Series. Be sure to go to kansasmx.com and check the full schedule for the 2019 race series. Round 1 at Jeeps Motorcycle Club in Park City, Kansas is March 23rd and 24th. Practice on Saturday, racing on Sunday. Again, that's kansasmx.com for the Kansas Motocross Championship Series. And finally, Over the Bars podcast is also brought to you by Bar to Bar MX. Be sure to make note that the Loretta qualifier, originally scheduled on March 15th and 16th, has been moved to March 30th and 31st. Again, that's 30th and 31st of March for the Loretta qualifier at Bar to Bar MX in Wichita, Kansas. That is the first round of area qualifiers in the North Central region. That'll be your first opportunity to qualify into the regional. Bar to Bar is excited to be hosting again another great area qualifier. Last year at Bar to Bar, they had the highest turnout of any qualifier in North Central or Alt. Any area qualifier had the highest turnout last year for all of the Loretta qualifying process. So again, that's going to be a hell of a qualifier. Mark your calendar. Come from all states, from all over the United States. It's one of the best tracks in the Midwest, if not the country. And Bruce puts together an absolutely professional program. So that's b2bmx.com, I think. I don't know. Don't go to their website. Check them out on Facebook. Just type in bar number 2 bar. That's where you find the most up-to-date information. And this is OTB. Welcome to this episode of Over the Bars podcast featuring Scott Gebkin, Mike Garrison, and me, your main host and not number one and doing anything, Jeff Crutcher. Today on Over the Bars, we're going to talk a bunch of shit about stuff that we don't know for sure, but we like to speculate right here on Over the Bars. And begin podcast.
Lime.
Dude, not even 1 second in.
Lime.
That's kind of like anytime that there's a Fox News or CNN video, that like the live video that shows up on my feed in Facebook. If it's Elizabeth Warren, I'll just comment Pocahontas. If it's anything that, lately, because so much talk about the wall, anytime that anything came up with Pelosi, Schumer, that kind of stuff, I would just comment wall. Or I'd do wall with like the little trademark symbol. Build that wall.
What do you have in the coffee mug?
Coffee.
A whole lot of coffee. You've drank a lot of coffee out of that, haven't you? I think we've talked about this before. It's a nice stained lid.
Yeah, the whole thing.
That's where I was going with that. Is that a fresh stain? Or is that a...
No. No, this thing's been rode hard and put away wet many times over. I think I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. So I'm wearing white shoes, which is something that I never do.
I was going to comment on that as well, and the tube socks.
Yeah. You know, just trying to step out of my initial boundaries here and try some different stuff. So
How do you feel?
I feel like a fuck boy
Okay.
at the mall.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for you.
You're
home.
I am Dawson Cobb incarnate. He's one of my riders. I can shit on him.
At least you're still wearing some Fox, so that's cool.
Are you?
Underneath.
Okay. Whoa, dude! Look at that.
Dude, leave
boy,
my
right?
belly alone, all right? Dude, don't even get me started. Don't even get me, oh my God. Dude, I am easily weighing in the heaviest I've ever weighed in my life.
Have you hit 200 yet?
Oh, dude, I hit 209. 209. I've never weighed this much in my entire life. When I got hurt, I was weighing it like at 178.
Okay. I just went to say, damn, that's a huge bitch. What is that from?
Isn't that like just like a vine?
No.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge
I know exactly
bitch.
what you're talking about.
No, dude, because me and Cagney used to say that.
And yeah, that's way before
That's
Vine.
a long
Maybe
time
that's
ago.
just where it came from. I don't know. YouTube.
Yeah, you guys, we need to figure this out because that's a huge bitch thing came up the other day. So
I was thinking you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. That's a vine. That's a vine.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like whenever
R.I.P. Vine.
whenever the kid is stirring the mac and cheese and he looks at his mom, he's like, "Mama, that's what that good pussy sounds like." You haven't seen this?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And he's like a 9-year-old kid, and he's like, "That's what that good pussy sound like." And she hits him. She's like, "Damn it! I told you to stop talking like that." And he's holding the phone. He's like, "Fuck you."
Wow. Wow.
I'm never going to look at mac and cheese the same.
I haven't seen. I
Have
don't
I
know
ever
what you're
listened
talking
to my mac
I know
and
the
cheese as
huge
I
bitch
stir it?
one,
No.
but I don't know.
Okay, all right. I thought so. It's from Deuce Bigelow.
Oh my God,
Oh.
you're absolutely right.
Where's that playing?
I didn't want to be with him. And I do it again because he made me feel good about myself. Deuce and I never had
I don't know. That's weird. That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch. Yeah, that would be the era. That'd be the time frame.
Okay. See, I remember the black hooker that said, "Did you say steak?" And like I've
Isn't
had
that
those.
like Big from Robin Big? Isn't that
No,
him?
that's in Deuce Bigelow.
I was talking about the person. Never mind.
Oh, I see what you did there. So,
Are either of you suffering from like seasonal depression?
Yes.
To the max?
Yes. Yes.
Or maybe it's even
Yes.
more than
You know,
just that.
okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
two things that I was thinking about on the way over here. Number one, I was like, I'm just fucking irritated,
Yeah.
like for no reason.
Just
Bingo.
mad. You live in Missouri and it's February.
Yes.
Yeah. And also then after that, as I was like, you know what's funny? I'm driving to do a probably 2.5 hour podcast with two of my best friends, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
That's fine.
I thought the same thing driving here.
Yeah.
And you were still in a fucked up mood, right?
Uh-huh.
Like just, like yeah, you're gonna do it.
Whatever.
Usually, like oh fuck yeah, the show. We're gonna go do the show. It's gonna be rad. But really, I was driving here. I was like, man, do I really even want to do this? Do I want to do anything?
Not really.
No,
No.
not really.
I lay in bed on the icy mornings, like when you don't want to go outside, and like in the back of my mind, like Celine Dion is singing, and like I'm reflecting over my life and
How did I get here?
how did I get here? What am I doing?
And you,
I have no.
break my heart.
It's rough.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
Do you really listen to Celine Dion in the mornings?
No, I do not. I don't think I actually know a Celine Dion song. I just felt like that
I
was
just
like
can think of the one from Titanic.
Celine Dion. I just think of as like sad songs, like depressing.
I will always love you.
Celine Dion here? Holy shit! What is she doing here? Wow.
Thank you.
I was like,
I was falsetto in honors choir, 7th grade.
Were you really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. 7th and 8th grade, I was in honors choir.
Wow. Learn something new every day, don't you?
I would have never in a million years.
And the mystery unfolds further.
Wow.
So many layers to the one and only Jeff Crutcher, and we're
Dude,
just
my girlfriend, so many times she's been like, you should write a book. She's like, I don't get it. Every time that we talk, you have a new story about some alternate life place that you lived in or did something, and I'm just like, it's my life. I don't know, you know.
Have you ever lived in an alternate universe?
I'm living in one right now. Do you want to get into the multiverse theory?
Oh, boy.
I really don't want to get back into this, but if we have to, I will. But theory. Key word in that is theory.
Theory. Well, okay.
Are we going there?
Yeah, we're going there.
Oh, God damn it.
It's going to be one of those episodes, folks. Just shut it off. Just shut it off.
Just buckle up right now. Mike, I'm going to turn you down. I think you're peaking a little there. All right. Let me ask you guys
Usually that's
this.
me.
I know. Usually you get that mic.
Hey,
It's just this mic. It's a peaky mic.
That's
why it's Mike's mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Think of the universe, okay? Everything within the universe.
Okay.
Now subtract your personal experiences from it. So like your identity, you as Mike Garrison, you're a human.
Okay.
Take out your identity.
Okay.
Name something in the universe that there's only one of. Most people go for me. Well, you're a human. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to take your personal identity out of. If you think about that on a very large scale, there's nothing that there's only one of in the universe.
Okay.
So why would there only be one universe?
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
we're talking totally different things from what we've talked in the past. But universe, there are multiple. Like,
No.
Are you saying like somewhere out there in another universe, there's another, like a Jeff 2, Scott 2, Mike 2 doing an OTP podcast 2?
It is so hard, yes, for us to comprehend.
Okay.
But why would there not be? It's more statistically unlikely that there is only one universe because everything in the universe duplicates itself, has multiple copies, multiple versions, it's like, well, there's only one Earth. And I'm like, well, Earth is just a habitable planet. Okay. There are many habitable planets, so many so that we can't even fucking count them with all the commas. There's not enough commas. So why would there only be one existence, one universe? There should be multiple universes by that measure. But the crazy part is some could have been trillions of years ago. Some could be trillions of years in advance because, we're talking about time, things that are, is a relative thing to us. Or it could be happening right now. And so much so, well, if there's more than one, then it would be infinite. There's no reason for it to ever stop. Dude, you start getting into
Mike's face right now. I wish everybody could see Mike's face.
Yeah.
You know the emoji where the head is being blown off?
That's you.
That's me right now.
Yeah. These are the things that I think about whenever I'm out delivering packages in Waverly, Kansas, or wherever it is that I'm going. When you have a lot of time to think, you start contemplating these kinds of things.
Back to the winter depression. It's been very rough on Jeff. He's done a lot of thinking.
Yeah. That's year round.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
just getting away from your conversation, but multiple universes. Probably, yeah, sure, but like it's something we don't know. It's just that follows in the same theory of what aliens or
what was it?
Tarians or whatever the hell we were talking about.
Tarians,
and if we want to go back into that or God or any of that, we can put all that in the same category.
Now I want to talk about this before I forget it. No. Have you heard about Flip Switch? The virtual reality arcade in the West Bottoms.
Oh, it's like where you put it on and you can go do shit.
You get the gun and then you're in the room and it has like fans and heaters and mist and stuff. And there's two of them. One of them is where you're on an old wooden ship, and you're fighting off. It's essentially Pirates of the Caribbean. And then there's another one that's like a defend yourself from zombies type game. and both of them are you're fully submersed in. I don't know if you wear a suit.
I think you do a suit and like a helmet and everything
Yeah.
kind of goes with it
Yeah.
for all the senses or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Dude, I can't. I don't know when I'm gonna go to this one, but I'm gonna go for sure. And it's cheap too. It's like $27 for an hour. And you go.
Is that your alternate universe?
It could be.
What if you never come out of it, Jeff? What if like you take the suit off, but when you take it off and you take the goggles off, you're still on the old wooden abandoned ship?
Oh shit!
I don't know. There's no way to know. You know, it could happen.
For $27, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we should go to Flip Switch sometime.
Let's go.
For sure. And check this out, Mike.
They have a wheelchair version?
You know,
the
they
old
might
ship,
actually.
The old ship has ramps in it?
Well, the whole thing is that
The zombies are in wheelchairs?
No, see, you're just in a giant warehouse. Okay.
You're running around with, are you actually moving around?
I don't think there's actually anything anywhere.
No, there's nothing in the room. It's been mapped out with cameras, computers, the whole deal. You're in there. You've got VR goggles on. So whenever you have the VR on, you don't see the warehouse walls.
Yeah.
You see the virtual reality world of
But I'm saying, like, do you move around in the warehouse?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Yeah.
So you got, how many people can do it at once?
I don't know how many people do it at once, but I know that it's 3, like you can book a group of 3. So I think it's only 3 people at one time.
So you got 3 people walking around a warehouse with goggles where they actually can't see where they're going.
Right, but the thing is, okay, you can see each other.
So you're not going to run into each other. You're just going to run into the walls of a warehouse in the West Bottoms
Yeah,
for $27.
for $27.
For $27, I will put a blindfold on you. You can go walk around down the shop.
Are we talking about Bird Box now? Now we're getting
Yeah,
into Bird
this is like
Box.
Bird Box.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. You're such a cheap fuck, you know that? God. Way to shit on my parade.
You know how many iced teas he can get
Yeah.
for $27?
They're
27 of them.
They're
Many.
$1 right now at McDonald's. Actually, they're $1.29 with tax. Tax is outrageous, man. 29 cents for
Got
a
to pay
dollar
the
tea.
man. Got to pay Uncle Sam. It is tax time too.
Did you guys file yet?
No,
I did.
I just got all my stuff together, but I
Yeah,
haven't made it.
Same here.
I'm getting $2,000 back.
I'm probably gonna have to pay.
I've never gotten $2,000 back.
What are you going to buy?
Dirt bike and truck parts. Actually, no. Most of
Truck
it's
parts?
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? I still have every single dollar that I made from Mega Camp last year
Wow, good for you.
in cash.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's wrapped up in a rubber band in my closet.
And where's that address?
That's
42P Wallaby Way, Sydney. I'll show you.
genius.
Well, back to the truck parts. I don't picture you as a truck parts person. Like,
It's just a couple little things. I'm gonna do a leveling kit on the front end, but I'm gonna buy shocks and struts for it because truck has almost 200,000 miles on it, so it's due.
Man, for you being Mr. like turn the AC off to save gas mileage type of thing, and then to go put a leveling kit on it, that surprises me.
Well,
It'll look good.
it'll look good.
Yeah, it'll look real good.
You know, hey, I like.
so these are more kind of like maintenance things.
Yeah,
These aren't like
I'm not.
wheels.
No,
Underglow.
I will never. I'll never buy wheels for that thing because I took, a can of spray paint. I like steel wheels to begin with. Okay, I think that looks sick. Well, I took a can of high temp grill paint, black. They're great.
So if you ever drive through a fire, your wheels are good. Your paint on your wheels are good.
Absolutely, they'll withstand the test of fire. Yeah. But yeah, just
Stuff.
just little stuff. But I probably will take $500 of it and spend it on that shit because, dude, these Dodges, shocks and struts for them are so unbelievably inexpensive because they've been the same part for so many years. So like full leveling kit for Bilstein, really nice shit, $400.
Is that installed?
No, I'll go to Parker Burt. Because you have to buy Bilstein stuff. You can't buy it online. You have to buy it from an authorized retailer because it's a German company. So they You order it, they import it. Okay. So the nearest one is in Wichita, and Parker has all the standard tools. I don't have any standard tooling. I only have
Is he building a
metric.
shop right now?
It's built.
Oh, is it done?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll go to Parker's house and probably do it there. I don't even know if I've told him my intentions of doing that.
Yeah, you just show up.
Yeah.
You
He'll
told
be-
him now.
Yeah, I
now
did.
he knows.
Yeah.
He'll know.
So,
Do you guys want to hear about my bad dream?
you sure do.
Yeah.
I had a really bad dream last night. Okay, it was because I was
Lying.
falling. Right. This
Oh,
is-
sorry. Okay.
I was on Instagram last night, like trying to fall asleep, like trying to doze off. And the last picture that I liked was Imig with his hand on his hip, and I was reading about how his little caption. Did you guys see that?
No.
The one of him, he's like in the air, he's riding, and he puts his hand.
He's at Oak Hill, and he's on
Oak
the Donnell's
Ridge.
Oak Ridge, and he's on the Donnell's Husky, and he's got his hand on his hip, and it says people ask him why he does that, and it's because to relieve arm pump and relax and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't remember why it was, but he called me in my dream and was really angry with me and just kept yelling at me. And I kept calling him back and he kept declining my call. And so I'd leave him voicemails, but then
Yeah.
he would leave me angry voicemails. And like we were arguing through voicemails. And I feel like Jeff Imig hates me.
That's bad.
And, dude, I woke up in such a bad mood this morning and Brittany was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Imig."
Jeff. Imig.
I had a voicemail argument with Jeff, but I can't remember what it was about. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real weird.
Yeah.
How many teas did you have before bed?
Oh, probably 4 or 5.
Maybe that's
So,
why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last night, my dream was that my dad got Grain Valley back, flipped the track,
God, wouldn't that be just...
flipped the track back around, and there was a lot of like these big rollers, okay, that you would launch way too far. And there were 2 kids on Suzuki 250Fs there, and they were in the new alloy gear, had been rehabilitated, and they were wearing this orange alloy gear, and they were fucking smoking me, dude. And they're like intermediate riders, and I was getting so pissed off because I was like, God damn it, Grain Valley is my track. My dad built this. I should be good here. And these kids on the Suzukis are launching these singles out, and that was my dream.
And you woke up just...
fucking pissed.
I'm just living a bad dream, so I don't...
Did you have any bad dreams last night?
No, I didn't have... I basically, my arm goes to sleep every couple hours or whatever, and I'll wake up and have to readjust, or it starts hurting or something.
Scott lives in Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that's what it feels like for the last 6 months. That's what it feels like. I couldn't agree more. Bill Murray.
It's a great movie. Did you see that Netflix has a series out now called Russian Doll, and it's about this chick who dies on her birthday and then wakes up the next morning and it's her birthday again?
Wasn't
Yeah.
there an Adam
No.
Sandler movie about that?
There's a movie coming out like in theaters that's kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah, and remember the Adam Sandler? What was 51st Dates?
No, that she hits her head and has like a head injury or something, and then he
But it's
like,
the same day over and over and over and over and over.
I think so.
It
I don't
is?
know.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, I
he
didn't-
does the same thing for her every day or something.
That's right.
He has to like re-meet her every day.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch The Notebook? Have you guys ever seen The Notebook?
Many moons ago.
I don't think so.
Well, how about this? Since you're having your seasonal depression,
Okay.
watch The Notebook and just cry it out, bro. Just cry it out, because it'll
do
pull-
it.
Yeah, it'll take the tears out of you.
Okay.
Yep.
And then do you feel better, or do you just continue
absolutely.
feeling worse?
No, I think it'll just get it out.
Just flush the system.
Yep.
Okay.
That's like that. There's a, I think James Brown song that it's such a clever song because you're not sure what the fuck he's talking about, and then you realize that like he's saying he loves it. He loves it whenever it rains, or he's only happy whenever it rains because then he can cry in the rain and nobody will find out that he's crying.
It's time for you to go cry, Mike.
What? Why did we just get so deep?
I don't know.
It's seasonal depression will do it to you. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's more. I feel like mine is more than that. That's for sure.
Really? Well, yours is
I'm in this weird, the little weird world of like I don't know what's gonna go on with my recovery.
Yeah.
And so
you're just stuck in limbo.
yeah,
permanently.
and that's what I feel like I've been for the last, like, it almost seems like 6 months, and it's just like, and then now it's February and it's cold, and like I can't really do anything that I like to go do.
I still think you
And I
should
get all
start
bent out of
writing
shape.
again.
Just
Switch
start writing
universes.
anyways.
Start writing.
Switch universes.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. How do I get into the other universe?
I don't know. Maybe just
Virtual reality.
yeah. Well, no.
Get a hold of the
first-
Terrians.
Call the Terrians, but no, really. First thing is, you need to align your chakra, okay? And I need you to you need to get sage, burn sage throughout. Find a specified room, your living room, because it's where you're most comfortable at. Burn sage and purify the air, and set the intentions that you wish to set. And then begin meditating. Connect your chakra, head over heart, heart over hands, and just really let the woo out. Okay?
Is there a Ryan Hughes video like that I can follow along
What
to
the
this
fuck
or
are you
anything?
talking about?
Is there like, does he have like a sing along that I can watch and follow to make sure I'm doing it right?
a little kumbaya?
Yeah, something like that.
And then maybe let's get some Wim Hof breathing exercises
Wim
going.
Hof.
I probably need to get some grass out of the yard and bring it in and like stand on it too, or should I just go stand outside?
Yes, naked. And
Both.
Well, I live by a school though, so maybe I need to come to your house and do it.
by all means.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a church right across the street.
Even
That's
better.
fine.
Even better.
Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need Jesus.
Dude, when's the last time you went to church?
Actually, we went to a wedding, and it was a full Catholic church wedding, and it was this last summer. And
Never
that's-
been to one.
Yeah, it was.
That's like a
it was
10-hour ordeal.
it wasn't quite that long, but it was the first time I had been to church. I've probably been once in the last 2 years. One was a full funeral, a Catholic funeral with the mass, and then this one was a Catholic wedding with a mass.
I think was Brandon Fisher's visitation at a church or at a funeral home?
Church.
Okay. I think that's the last time that I went to a church not on business of delivering packages. I go to churches all the time to deliver packages.
Really?
But they don't like let you in the door, do they? You just have to stand outside and throw the package in.
No, the thing is like as soon as I open the door, my skin starts to sparkle.
They throw Bibles at you?
Yes, and they say, "Out, sinner! Out!"
What about you, Mike? When's the last time you went to church?
I was just thinking about this.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is sad because there's a beautiful church right next door.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's
Right out the
state of the
window.
art.
Well, I've never been there, so I can't judge it.
Dude, you should go. You know that like a lot of the times they have like full donut buffets, full like anything you want, food out the wazoo.
I'm a little bitter.
About that church?
Yeah, there was a giant parking lot out there.
Yeah.
And I had the coolest RC track there. And they had a volleyball court that was abandoned, and so like the track went down through the grass into the sand, and like I built sand berms and stuff.
That's sick.
And then one day I come to work and they're out there with bulldozers and they build that.
Is there a whole society of parking lot RC drifters?
Yes.
How come you've never got into that?
I have no idea. I didn't even realize that was a thing in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Like I knew like out in California and stuff, it's like they have like, but it's very underground. Like RC in general is
Niche.
yes. Like, but the drifting crew is like very.
So even drifting like in a regular car, like I know Cole Seeley does it and some of these other guys, and I've seen like a Nitto tire ad and stuff or whatever, but what do they race? Well, like is it like style points during your race? I don't really understand what you do when you drift. I mean, I get it, you're doing burnouts and you have a really super fast badass car, but like
but you're not going very
what
fast.
do you do? I don't know. What are you doing? Figure eights? I don't know what they do.
I don't know.
drifting.
So I
don't know
guess
anything
it would be kind of like a style judged,
Speed and style.
Yeah, speed and style. I can figure that out pretty quickly because Michael Antonovich's brother Kyle does it in Illinois, and he's fucking good at it too.
I mean, and I've seen like videos and stuff, but I guess I just never really understood what the purpose, what the goal was, like what you're accomplishing. Are you racing, or are you doing a burnout contest, or are you?
I don't know.
The longest power slide. I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess I don't know enough about it.
So, there's parking lot race cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like a cool thing that you could get into, because you never drive the same track. It's always different surface conditions. It seems like it would be a big challenge to get into.
Yeah, but everybody's so... Like, everything has to be so perfect now that it's not fun.
Okay.
Like, they're like, oh, this parking lot's not smooth enough. Oh, it's got bumps. It's got, it gets all carried out. Yeah.
Maybe you should host an event of just like a run what you brung type deal. How
I would love to see something like that.
Motorcycle racing.
The dust hustle.
Yeah, the dust hustle.
Is that like what the Day in the Dirt is as well?
No, dust hustle is like you bring. I am the biggest fan. I want to go to Australia just to experience the dust hustle. It's like you bring street bikes and you ride like a TT track, but at the same time you ride a grass track. But you ride like a dirt, but like nobody's there like on.
Like a flat track bike.
Nobody's there like on serious bikes.
So it's bikes. It's not like lawnmowers and shit.
Right.
You're on a motorcycle.
No.
If it has two wheels, brakes, and runs and stops, you can race it.
So I need to get like a Goldwing and go down there and do it.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't be out, like you wouldn't be weird. The guy that's weird is the guy like that would show up with Jeff's bike. Like if you showed up on your Innovative MX 450 Honda, you'd be the weirdo.
But they do, at all those races, they always have like Saturday night pro racing too. It's included in the program, just as
that would be cool. Yeah.
But it's like the sideshow part.
And I'm thinking maybe that's what I need to get into, like flat track or TT or something when I come back to riding. Speedway bikes.
What's that place downtown?
Not downtown.
No, well,
in Independence.
Is it Independence?
I don't.
It's off 291.
The flat track?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was downtown Kansas City.
No, bro.
It's in Independence?
It's just 5 minutes.
It's almost a Liberty. It's straight up 291 on the other side of the river. That's where the go-kart track.
Yeah.
But they run flat track there too, right? Yep. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
We should go flat track.
I think they have a novice class.
They do, yeah. And there was a weekend that they were paying $1,000 to like top knobby racer, and it might have been the weekend that we did Mega Camp, now that I think about it.
Maybe.
Because I was like, fuck, I'm going to go do this and not tell anyone.
Go steal everybody's money.
Yeah. And then my luck, fucking Alex Malott would be there.
Or you would tuck the front or something and just
lose it.
Yeah.
Or there's a guy in overalls, work boots, a cutoff t-shirt, but he does it every week. And although he can't ride a dirt bike to save his life, he can go in a circle very fast.
Are you talking about all the guys that beat Jared Tebow's ass?
When did that?
When are we talking about?
Whenever he was going and do the circle car racing.
You're talking about RC. Oh, you're jumping. I thought you were talking about when he did flat track. I was like, when did he do flat track?
Right. That's why I wouldn't doubt it. What doesn't he do? Yeah. But did you guys see his new car he got?
Yeah.
That thing's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Sick nasty.
We're going to have to take a ride in it.
I don't think we'll all fit.
It's a 4-door.
It's a 4-seater.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep. We can throw you in the back.
Oh.
You can lay down if you don't want to watch.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he raced circle track racing. RCs. Actually, I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, he did that for a very short time, but now he doesn't. I don't.
It was just one of those things where it was another form of his racing where he was like, I need to win at this.
Mm-hmm. So he went, got beat, got very angry, went and got really good at it, won, and has now never done it, I don't think.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
But the one that he got beat at, it was like $1,000 per, for first place.
Oh, yeah, that's
and the dude that beat him was literally just some guy that does it every weekend.
That's his thing.
That Jared described him as coveralls, work boots, hat with a fish and lure over there.
Just knew how to turn an RC car left, huh?
Hat with a fish and lure. Man, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time that I did either.
I bet John Betts has got one on right now.
Bass Pro hat?
Probably.
Where is John Betts? What happened to John Betts?
He lives in Holden now and kind of
They don't
does that.
Do they have kids?
No.
John's one of those guys that, like, when he's single, fucking best dude to be around at all times. As soon as he gets wifed up, though, I mean, just ghost. You never hear from him.
He's doing the farm thing.
He is?
Really?
Yeah, he lives in Holden. They bought a house in Holden that's on property. They got a cow. His name's Hank or Frank or something. I think it's Hank.
Tank?
They named Tank Bank. I don't know. But I think they're going to eat him. I don't know how you can eat him after you give him a name like that. But anyways, they have a cow and I think some other stuff. I think they might even have some goats. But like, yeah, him and his wife, they live in Holden now, just kind of doing their thing. But he works a really weird shift. Him and Brad Stretz are the two guys that I used to see every minute of every day. And now we talk like once every couple
Do you
weeks.
all work at the same place?
No.
Oh.
John works at Foley Equipment and works like midnights or something. And
Is
Brad is doing design somewhere, working like midnights or evenings or something.
Is John a equipment mechanic?
Yeah, he's a lube guy, service truck guy, something like that.
Lube
He's a lube
guy. He's the lube man.
What a
lube guy.
better fitting title for John, the lube guy.
man.
Lube man.
Yeah.
No, that's what he's doing. I mean, he got married last year, I think, and they bought that house, and they got a cow named Tank or
Bank.
Hank.
Spank Bank.
The lube man with the cow named Spank Bank.
So, quick update for Muff Mufflers. Muff Mufflers merchandise has been shipped to Switzerland and Australia. They are now a multi...
Well, I love the muff, mate.
Yeah. multi global conglomerate.
So you have muff mates.
Well,
I guess
Muff-
I would have muff mates.
I'm glad
Yeah.
we now know that they enjoy the muff in
Other
Australia
places?
and Switzerland
Yeah.
outside of the U.S.
Yeah.
Mike, have you purchased any muff merchandise?
No.
Me neither.
I sent him
You've got a
I sent him a
resume?
and they declined my sponsorship.
Did it or did it not have photos of your wife's breastises?
I have to receive those first
Okay.
before I can send them on. So I'm still working on my end of the deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got to call his agent
Yeah.
first to
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
squared away.
Mhm.
Have you hired an agent yet?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Why not?
I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm not even.
You don't have an end goal. You don't have an end goal. That's where we're at here.
No, I don't really have an end goal. I'm just riding the tide.
Riding the tide.
Yeah, whatever happens.
Tide rider.
Mm-hmm.
Remember your Tide bike?
Who could forget it?
Hey, do you use Tide to this day?
No,
you
Gain
use Gain or something. Yeah.
and OxyClean.
Ooh.
Yeah. Billy Mays here.
Gain with OxyClean in it, or are you like?
No. Okay, so Gain for my personal clothes.
Okay.
OxyClean for my riding gear.
Okay.
And what I do is I will actually, if it's white stuff, if it's black or whatever, I'll just throw it in the wash and Gain it. If it's white stuff, I have a big wash bucket that I'll fill with hot water, do the OxyClean treatment just like you would do with no toilet air filters, and put my gear in it and let it soak, then throw it into the washer. And that it keeps your whites whiter and your brights brighter.
Ooh, man.
But wait, there's more.
Get yourself some OxyClean.
Yeah. It's
He died of cocaine, right?
No, he's the guy that got hit in the head. He had a brain aneurysm, right?
Yeah.
A piece of like luggage fell out of the overhead compartment in an airplane. Hit
I
him
thought
in
he
the
died
head,
of a coke overdose.
and he died
Negative.
like 2 days later, or 2 days later in the hospital. Had a
sorry.
brain aneurysm. That was probably another wheeler dealer guy.
I think you're thinking of the dude with the ShamWow, Vince something.
Oh, okay, maybe.
And I don't think that he died, but
Did he go to jail?
He went to
I think he
jail
went to
for
jail.
possession of coke.
Okay, but back up. I'm sorry, Billy Mays.
He was the bearded guy.
Right, I know who he was. He got hit with luggage.
Yeah, like that bag, a luggage bag, a carry-on, fell out of the overhead compartment. He was sitting like aisle seat, hit him in the head, and like 2 days later he had a brain aneurysm and died.
From getting hit with
Yeah.
luggage.
Yep.
Wow.
So
What
we
a,
have.
way, what a way to go.
Yeah, I know, right? And so, okay, so
Jeez,
so that's the way he goes. The other guy does jail for drugs. What's going to happen to the spray?
Anthony
Flex-
Sullivan.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
What is
Flexi
the product?
Seal.
Flexi
Yeah.
Seal. That's it. I had it a minute ago and lost it.
Wow.
What's gonna happen to him?
I
Do you
bet
think the boat is gonna sink?
Yes, I was
You
going to
think
say
boat's
the
gonna
boat
sink?
that he makes with the screen door bottom, it's going to sink.
Did you guys see the meme of where it had Trump? It was very photoshopped, but it had Trump like turning around the corner and smiling, and he's spraying a wall with Mexi Seal.
Oh shit!
Yeah. That was one of the better things I've seen. Did you see all of Nick Delogier's Photoshop renders of the Limegate?
I just saw a bunch on Vital, but I don't know whose they were.
Nick Delogier's kid. He's a couple years older than me. He's a guy from Iowa or Nebraska. Him and Cody Gilmore live together. They're
Okay, yeah.
roommates. So Nick is a Photoshop guy. He loves doctoring photos up. He's the one that came up with like all the best Limegate photos. But dude, I don't think that he did it, but the very best one was the one where it's McGrath doing the Science of Supercross.
Yes.
And he's got CLR and a Scotch-Brite pad.
I like that one, or the one with Tomac. He's in Biohazard suit.
Yeah.
Hitting the triple.
Alp Lime Stars.
Yeah, Alp
Yeah.
Lime Star.
Yeah, that was one of Delogier's.
Wow. Lime.
Lime.
We've really just been kind of bullshitting here. We haven't really even discussed any of that, but whatever, who cares?
Do you want to talk about Limegate?
And I mean, we've already had quite a few discussions ourselves off air for it,
There
but I
was
mean, we
lime
can
on the
talk
dirt bike
about it.
track.
We can do it on air.
It's very burny.
I want to. Will you
People are
pull up?
mad.
Will you pull up AJ Catanzaro's Instagram or
Yes.
you see if he's racing or not racing? Also, I believe that live timing is going on right now.
Practice should be having. It was 1:30. Yeah, it should be going on right now.
And I don't know if I told you guys this, but because I'm rich, I bought the Gold Pass.
Oh. All that FedEx money.
My dad
All
bought it
that FedEx
to
money.
watch practice. And from San Diego, they didn't even have it.
Yeah, that would have chapped my ass.
Okay, so
Wow. Or would it have limed your ass?
ooh, good.
Wow.
Okay, Catanzaro, please tag anyone that raced San Diego. You need to go immediately get your eyes checked. Blah, 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 blah. That was on, I don't know when that was, and he's making a weird face.
Okay. Yeah. Time qualifying's on.
But then, yes, we've made it to Minneapolis. Thank you, Dunphy 129, for coming on as title sponsor for the first East Coast round. Eyes should be good. Bike is mangled, but we replaced some parts just to make sure it's safe underneath me. Hashtag mototape, blah, blah, blah. So I guess he's racing. His bike looks terrible.
It looks bad. It looks like
Wow.
he pulled it out of the
Look
back
at his,
pond
look
and
at
then
his
stuck
forks.
new stickers
Look at his
on
forks.
yeah, the forks are real rough.
it. Yeah.
That's what we were saying is that of all the damages that were most permanent, it would probably be the forks. Dude, I'm pretty psyched on how this track's looking. That looks like Missouri black dirt. That's good.
I'm going to
tacky
say that,
soil.
did he move his forks after?
It appears he did.
Yeah.
Or it's got new stickers on it.
Or the stickers kept it. That's
Kept
what
it good.
that's what you're seeing is where the sticker is. The clear
Oh.
coat of the sticker.
So basically, we'll get into Limegate since we're talking about it. It's a flood at the race. The Dirtworks crew uses lime in the dirt as a drying agent to try to help it out. So they had the track covered up until like 10 minutes or 20 minutes before practice started.
Yeah.
And pulled the tarps. Okay, we're going to be good. And then it downpoured.
Which
And flooded it.
didn't some of the No. That's right. They were getting ready to start practice and then it started
And so
raining.
then they cut it and moved it back, and everybody only got one time session is all you got. Then I think the races got cut. I think the qualifiers were regular time, but the mains got cut down. But either way, Dirtworks used, I'm assuming, a ridiculous amount of lime in the dirt or lime drying agent. Maybe it wasn't, we're calling it lime because that's what they've used for years, but maybe it's actually something different. I don't know.
Acid.
Was what it looked like, but that ended up destroying everyone's motorcycle. And not necessarily destroying, but causing a whole lot of heartache and headache and maintenance to get any of it fixed.
Dude, everybody in the 450 class is going to the night show tonight.
There's less than 20?
No, into the night show. There's
Oh,
38.
I see what you're
They
saying.
take 40. There's 38 guys.
That's because everybody else is still limed up.
Yeah. Really,
Wow.
though. I mean, there are guys that didn't go this weekend because of the Lyme. There's also a few riders that, I mean,
The Racer X injury report. It's an extensive one. Just says Lyme.
Wow, I'm really surprised by that, to be honest.
all right.
Because
and
we go to your 250 class though, because I bet there's
46.
oh wow, still not that many there.
And that's the first one. And this has all the new guys from,
They were
So
none of
why-
these guys were at San Diego.
right. Not
Why
one of them.
wouldn't you go to this race if you're that level?
What do you mean?
I mean, like guys that I mean, I don't know. I guess privateer guys like Frederick Norn or some of those guys are at the Kicker Arena Cross this weekend, wherever that's at.
They're getting paid more money.
I was going
Yeah,
to say
I
he's
guess
going to
so.
make way more.
Gonna make more money, and especially if all those guys are gone racing East Coast, why not? Yeah,
And it's guaranteed money, too. That's the thing.
he's probably getting show up money, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, his team, whatever I can't remember the name of
Phoenix
his team.
Honda or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
you-
that was an East Coast team anyways, but I guess it's not.
something weird happened there.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Because that's Bogle was supposed to be on it, and then
Yeah.
he got dropped, and then now it's the Tylube team with Wharton and Stephen Clark. Hey, did you
Is
see?
it
I think
really
Stack's making racing
No,
this weekend.
he's hurt. He broke his leg.
Oh fuck! Are you kidding me?
No,
Shit! I missed the memo.
broke his femur.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did he do in Australia?
who?
Stack.
Did he go to Australia?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He was on Brayton's team.
Good. He did good. But I don't know the exact
I didn't
results.
follow.
I didn't know.
He was
I
on.
didn't think that was him, but I guess
Yeah, that was Stack, wasn't it? That was on. What's the name of the Honda team in Australia? It's not Pennzoil.
Penrite.
Pinwright. Wasn't he
I
on the
don't
light
think that
the
was Stack.
250 team?
I don't think it was
I
Stack.
don't know.
Was that not Stack? Okay, maybe it wasn't. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to the line for a second.
Yeah.
My question is, if you are, okay, let's say Hunter Clements. Let's
Yeah.
go back. Okay, you're Hunter Clements, and you're Bart Shiflett. Bart hands you a bike to go race, and it gets limed up. I would love to have Bart here right now to know how Bart feels, because Bart's going to take that bike back and try to sell it, right?
Well, I can tell you, just pull up what Brian White said, BWR Engines,
Okay.
over his team, because his guys race. And they even put him on, the practice bikes before the race because they knew it was going to be muddy.
Okay.
So they sent him out on the practice bikes for the whole day. And it ruined their practice bikes. And he was fucking livid about it. Yeah, because they sell those bikes
Yeah.
at the end of the year.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
By the way, that was Cameron McAdoo went over there and rode the Penrite.
no, that's not who I'm talking about.
Are you thinking Hunter Lawrence?
No, I'm telling you, it was. Hold on.
Okay, but anyway, sorry, I
keep
didn't mean to
talking.
distract you. But yes, I saw all the stuff from Facebook or Instagram or
Yeah.
whatever he was posting about
Yeah,
it.
he was
and-
very upset.
Yeah, but he
Rightfully
knew that's
so.
what it was going to be, so he put them on their practice bikes, which is a smart move.
Now, let's say that was okay. If you only go with value loss, well, I mean, no, because they'll
It comes off, it cleans. It's just a giant. Not everything gets better. It's
Yeah.
just a giant pain in the ass.
that was probably a $15,000 loss for him in
Between the two bikes or whatever he had in the.
in time lost, parts replaced, labor, etc., shipping costs for buying new parts, that kind of stuff. It adds up pretty quickly. I would bet that it was probably a $15,000 loss because all that shit that is affected that they can reuse, they still have to frame the bike
Right, yeah.
and then vapor blast everything. Okay. And you got to pay for that. Plus it's time.
Time is the huge part.
Yeah.
How does vapor blasting work?
Okay, do you know how just bead blasting is?
yeah.
Same thing. Smaller beads.
So it's not just like hot air. It's not like steam.
It may be.
So I was thinking when they said vapor, I was thinking like there is no beads, like there's nothing
Well,
to.
there's this different stuff that we use at work sometimes, but we use it for doing like lead paint. It's an agent you put into water, and then the water,
Lime?
like you're basically, it's lime basically, lime to get rid of lime. but it's it's just something you put into the water, and then you blast it like you would if you're bead blasting something, but it's just the process is different. Different equipment. But I know there's other guys that put their stuff in like a sonic parts tank and stuff like that, and it uses sound. Like it has chemicals too, but it uses like sound waves to actually clean it. We used to have one when I worked at Dell's.
All right, so it's water with whatever the media is that's in it. So could be silicone, just tiny little, very, very fine stuff. So,
but I know, I mean, the thing is, they lost a lot, but I mean, it doesn't totally, like, you don't take the bike and throw it in the trash can after the lime. You just have to take it all apart and clean every nook and cranny and bearings and everything else while you're in it.
So going back to my Hunter Clements Donnell's example. So Bart gets that bike back. He could feasibly spend $500-600 to have somebody vapor blast the whole thing if he took it all apart.
I would say, $750 to $1,000 to bring that bike back to showroom level.
Bring it back to where you could sell it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then,
so it's possible. It's just not.
It's just a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a giant pain in the ass, and financially, it doesn't.
That's what, 15 hours of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the bike's not totally ruined then.
No,
Forever.
there's stuff that will be, but not really anymore. That's not going to get ruined during a giant mud race, anyways. You know.
Okay.
But I mean, like, you're not going to want to reuse the brake pads, and you're going to want to change out maybe brake rotors and stuff like that. But it should all still work. It's just it's going to have basically a coating on it.
What if somebody sucked that water into through the airbox?
Well, I guarantee you every bike that was out there sucked water into the inbox or into the engine.
So do you think the lime?
Very, very small amounts. Very small amounts. Because really,
because now that they're fuel injected, it's a lot harder for that to be an issue compared to a carbureted.
And truly, the lime. Okay, so there's two factors to take in. All right, number one, the dirt already had a shit ton of lime in it, but it's San Diego, so it's hard packed soil, so the bikes don't really see it because that's soil that's been reused time and time again for Supercross, Monster Jam, back and forth. All right. So the problem was they had two really big water holes that the Dirtworks crew was just dumping bags of lime into, and it created a toxic water sludge pit. That is how it got so bad, because the mud itself wasn't the lime, it was the water. That was the standing water.
Did it quit raining mid-main?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Okay, I kind of thought it would.
Before the mains, it
or right before the mains, like normal.
My question is, how did the track crew, that was splashing through the water, not get burn up?
How do you know they didn't?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say they're wearing rain jackets and rain pants.
Now, my next question is, I know they put down a subfloor, but that water is going to go through the subfloor, right?
The water thing is a whole giant issue in and of itself, because who knows where that water went?
Probably in the concession stand ice.
All they have to do is put the cherry in, and you got a limeade.
Oh shit! So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that really works when they're building the track and doing that kind of stuff. Anyways, as far as
hey,
what
Mike,
Dirtworks
would you
does.
Grab my phone that's on the back side of that bag over there? Is it back there?
It's been vibrating. It should be over here somewhere.
I don't know where I put the dang thing at, because I was gonna pull something up on it.
Oh, great! Now we're all three looking for Jeff's phone.
Here, I'm gonna pause.
We're gonna.
Welcome back to Over the Bars podcast. We took a welcome, and now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
We had a crisis that we had to handle, and then we decided we needed to take a break.
Did we have a crisis?
Your phone.
Oh yeah, I
That's
couldn't
what we
find
were
it.
doing, yeah.
Which is ironic, because what is the one thing that annoys you the absolute most about doing a podcast?
Whenever people are on their phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yours was going off repeatedly.
It was buzzing. Shit was buzzing.
It's probably the same person just getting your attention, because nobody's trying to get a hold of you, really.
Dude, You know, whenever people send me like 7 different text messages that could have been consolidated into one,
I'm pretty bad about it.
You're fairly bad about that. Antonovich is terrible about it, but I'm just like, the worst is whenever it's Rip and Ruts customers. I'm like, dude, could you just not do this to me right now?
Could you just not?
Only thing worse than texts like that or emails like that. Yeah, I like green and red together. Email 1, email 2. But more so blue and yellow. Email 3. Also, could you maybe do the blue, green, and yellow and red?
Do you want to respond and be like, this is not AIM?
I just want to respond and say no.
Would it be easier to email you to get a hold of you? Or
me?
Is still texting or attempting to call the best way?
Have you ever actually called me?
Once, I think, when I was trying to find the track at your house. Before I knew like where I was going or what I was doing.
I've been decent at the text.
He's upped his game a little bit. I think it's probably because we've called him out.
Yeah, a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, so returning back to hashtag Limegate, before we forget, let's just get this out of the way.
Okay.
All right, so I'm not going to name who, but one of the pro riders was keeping me in the loop on what was going on. And there was a 35 rider group chat that was going around that I got to read through. And I'm going to read I'm not going to say who said it because it doesn't matter.
Keep in mind, that's the entire 450 class for tonight.
Practically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's exactly it.
All right. I'll pause this music. Okay, so... Hey guys, I've been in touch with all of you, and as everyone knows, we're trying to come up with some sort of plan to get a group of us together and speak with Feld. Our main goal is to have a rider co-op group to work together with Feld to improve rider safety, because what we do is already dangerous enough as it is. I think we can all agree first on our list is to deal with the Limegate issue that occurred over the weekend in San Diego. I personally think it is best to try and work on this, settling this issue as a group, working with Feld and trying to avoid getting lawyers or others involved. I can think once that happens, it can get out of hand. OSHA or other agencies get involved, Feld can get hit with many large fines and lawsuits, and they may just say fuck it and close up shop, and we are all screwed. Our main goal is not to shut down our beloved sport or to get rich quick. It is to move through some of the pain we have been through as best as we can and get the footing that riders and teams to actually work together alongside the promoter and have a voice instead of just being in the show. It's unfortunate that not all of you will be able to race this weekend due to issues with the Lime, or if you are a West Coast Lights rider. Right now, my plan is to get into contact with Feld and let them know I've heard many riders trying to get lawyers involved, and I think it will be worse for all of us once that happens, as I've stated before. Tell Feld that there is a large group of us who would like to meet and discuss the issue and try to work through it. Switching tabs. Try to work through it with Feld without getting the lawyers involved. Maybe us riders can try to meet up an hour before track walk, then shoot to have our meeting with Feld about 30 minutes before track walk if you guys think that would suffice. Not sure if we will be able to work out a deal right away this weekend, but I'm thinking we can just show we are a group that has united for everyone's benefit. So after reading that out loud a couple times to you guys and then just now, there was one thing that I don't know. There's one thing that stuck out really.
Lime.
The lime stuck out.
Limegate.
Okay. Here we go. Riders and teams to actually work alongside the promoter and have a voice instead of just being in the show.
That's funny because as you read this again, that's what stuck out to me was that exact wording.
Yeah. So there you go. That's how, and
that's what the guys on the gate are talking about.
Okay. And like, listen, we're talking everybody was in this. All right. I mean,
there's 38 450 riders signed up for tonight's show in Minneapolis.
And they were all in that group chat.
Yeah. There's 36 in that group chat.
Every single top dog was in that group chat.
2 suckers that nobody likes did not get included.
Yep. Sorry, guys. Josh Greco, probably one of them. Sorry, bro. No mustaches allowed. Get that creepy thing out of my face.
Oh wow.
But the point is that obviously
Nobody has ever comes together on anything in this sport.
No. There has never, ever been a group chat of that magnitude unifying over the same one thing.
It'll be in.
I was just gonna say, if you were in that group chat, would you not be tempted just to send, like, this morning on the way to the track, send donuts, anybody stopping by?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just something totally random, like, anybody want breakfast? I'll pick it up.
Stopping by Dunkin' Donuts if guys didn't want anything.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see like what comes of the meeting, if it even happened today. Practice is over, so maybe you can find out if it happened on the track walk or not. But it'll be interesting to see if anything, if that even happens, and then to see if anything actually comes of it. Mm-hmm. Because it's not like guys are gonna forfeit the race.
No.
To prove a point. That's not going to happen. And so it'll be interesting just to see which direction things go, if anything comes up of it at all.
Yeah. Something will come of it.
And kind of, I would imagine it's going to be some kind of a committee or something that's put together, some kind of rotating committee that involves a rider and a track guy and a Feld guy and a, you know what I mean, AMA guy or something, some kind of safety committee.
Remember whenever Trey Kennard tried to do this?
I was getting ready to say, didn't Trey Kennard already try to do all this?
Yeah, probably, but I don't know what happened to that either. I mean, I know he was doing that, but I don't know what happened after. I know he's pretty involved with the USMCA now, but...
So according to my inside source, who is not a rider, but he's like, I got booted out of the meeting because he was there. He said for sure that it's going to be a weekly thing going forward to discuss safety. So that's number one. All right. So now also the team managers, regardless of what manufacturer, I think that they should have meetings every single week.
I would agree with that. I think that would be a very beneficial from a safety standpoint. Not even like competitive wise, good, great, whatever. But from a safety standpoint, I would agree with you.
So then, and even if it's not necessarily safety related, but at least they can. Okay, so like let's say that I'm Skip Norfolk, okay, and I go to Dave Prater and I say, hey Dave, we something about the parking situation, there were security guys, whatever, who knows what the details would be. Okay. And then Dave's like, oh, okay, I'll look into that, so on and so forth. It would be, I feel like the response and answers would probably be different if you've got 10 team managers together in the same room, okay, and they're all sitting around a conference table and they're like, hey, by the way, I'm going to raise my hand and bring up this issue from last weekend, and then here's what I would like to see change. And then Jeremy Albright chimes in and he's like, we had that problem too. Here's what I think that we should do to fix that. And then Dave or Mike Mooey's over there taking down notes saying, well, we'll develop a program, or a thing to get that figured out, instead of just like, one guy catching Dave as he's walking down the hall.
The thing is Dave
elevator.
is going to have to, so this is what's it in Feld's court, is Dave is going to have to assign someone to address those issues. Yeah. And that will be a hurdle to have to overcome.
There needs to be a mediator almost, because that's one of the problems with Feld is you've got Dave Prater, motorsports director, his boss, Scott Gendro, who is, like one of the VP, the executives, okay, and then Supercross director Mike Mooey, and then under him you've got Shane. I can't remember his name. They do have a safety director, by the way.
No, I know that.
There's a guy, Nate. Something.
He took the day off last weekend.
He probably did. Nate is the safety and crew coordinator. So he oversees the flaggers, the people out on the track, that kind of stuff. That dude is up in a press box, leaned up against the glass, just watching every single person. So like whenever there's a rider down on the track, he's got his little microphone, okay, that he speaks into. All those dudes that have the helmets on, they have in-ear headphones on. So if there's a guy, they have a spotter essentially,
Right.
for the track crew. All right, so now we need to have, see, we've got all those guys. So there's like essentially like seven different people plus the AMA guy, plus the FIM guy. Okay. Now, if you have a problem, you have to pick which person it is that you go to and say, hey, we're having this issue. My riders think this is an issue. Or, what happens if you're a privateer and you don't have team manager representation? Okay. Then you're just another asshole there that's part of the show.
Right.
Okay. Those guys need to have someone that speaks on their behalf. Okay. So there has to be someone in there, in those meetings for them every single week. The same way like a union steward would do. Okay. Now, I'm not saying we have to have union representation for these guys. That's not where I'm going. But there needs to be someone at that round table every single weekend, or it's optional for all riders. I don't think that there should be, everybody involved.
I mean, that's a writers meeting.
Right, that's what writers meeting is. Yes, which nobody fucking pays attention to those anyway. But there
Just don't show up to it in your gear.
Yeah, but there needs to be a specific operations and safety meeting every week beyond the writers meeting, because writers meetings to simply discuss, Ken Roxon, you come out of the spotlight at this time. We've got, here's our TV schedule time. Like they just go over a couple little rules, regulations, that kind of stuff, mostly about the night program. Has nothing to do with safety, has nothing to do with the program operations, has nothing to do with addressing problems, concerns, etc. And they're always like, if you have any questions, pull us aside. But the thing is, nobody's focusing during that time because they got to get back to the pits. You get shit ready.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with you. And it'll be interesting to see if anything comes of it. And I don't know if it will or won't. We'll probably know at our next show at what, if anything comes of it. But I don't know, because it really is. The hard part to do all of this is because you have so many entities involved that are separate from one another.
Right.
And really, it's up to Feld ultimately to do what they want to do and determine if they think it's necessary to have that, which makes me wonder if they have something like this on the monster truck side or whatever else it is that they own.
Well, the monster truck side is different because they own all the participants.
That's true, yeah. They're all contractors or employees, yeah. So I don't know. It's a little bit different, but still, you would almost think you would have somebody in that position, but maybe not. Maybe that's what the director would be or something like that.
Well, you have like the director and then the crew chiefs. Okay, the crew chiefs respond to the director because they're all on the same team.
I wonder how NASCAR does it. I would imagine they have something.
Oh, I guarantee it. And all the manufacturers have a guy, that goes to meetings with DMG or what's the last name? The France family, the people that own NASCAR.
Right.
Okay, so,
but what I'm saying on the Feld side is it's going to come down to a dollar and cents thing. Is it worth it to them to put somebody in this position and address it, or is it easier to cut everybody a check for $5,000 for one time it comes up?
I think they can't afford to not do both.
We'll see.
Because if you just cut the check and say, here's your $5,000, sorry, we fucked up your bike, then that's just saying, by the way, we're going back to our old ways and we don't give a fuck about you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be up to them to decide if it's a big enough deal to them to do that or not. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly where it gets to. Is like, is it worth it to them to change their ways and implement a new person or program or whatever you want to call it? Or is it easier to just say, here's your check, this is what you get. You get this or you don't get anything.
And this is our show.
And you pay to play or you don't.
Yep.
And that's what I kind of foresee coming from it. And maybe next year you see a change, but I don't know. I don't know enough about Feld or people from Feld.
What's the next open stadium?
New Jersey. It's months away.
What about Florida? Is Jacksonville?
Is there a race in Jacksonville this year?
No, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe there's not one. It'll be Daytona, New Jersry. Daytona's next month. When is New Jersey?
So it would be Daytona.
New Jersey's towards the end.
Okay, well, Daytona's
Seattle.
a little different. I was just curious what they'll use to dry the dirt.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't think that Lime. It's just what they've done. Okay, they said that in the press release. We've been doing this for decades. Okay, and I said this to you, you're probably sick of me saying it. Just because they did it before doesn't make it right. It's just what they know.
100%. That's something I battle every day at work when I have to deal with guys with safety issues or safety problems. I'm sure there's another additive or something they can use that's different, but I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they use a sand or a salt or something. But I mean, the same thing, like I've had it happen to like stuff like this happen to my bikes just from certain places you go riding. It's kind of like when you do go ride in the sand, the same kind of shit. Like you go ride a sand track or a sand pit or whatever, your bike will kind of get beat up like that just from the dirt and the dunes probably like that. Yeah.
The dirt at sandstone is limestone.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, it does.
It takes some effort to get your shit straight afterwards.
So I'm going to quote Mark Twain here. Okay. It's not what you know, or no, it's not what you don't know. It's what you know that just ain't so. And I want to put that towards this situation of what they know as the solution is not the best available one. So what they need to focus on is figuring out how do we mitigate frozen soil into being good soil without adding lime into it as an absorbent. So there's other shit out there. And I guarantee there's other shit out there that's cheaper and doesn't have a potential safety hazard. However, then you start talking basics. Sand, sawdust. What else is there? I mean, what else can you put in that doesn't have a literal chemical compound inside of it?
The other problem I see is, okay, so like San Diego, let's say they put sand or sawdust. Next year when they bring that dirt back, it's like the lime the next year when they bring it back doesn't really change.
Right.
But it's not, if it's not underwater, you're not going to have that issue.
Yeah, no, this was a very, very
one-off scenario,
Yes. Yep.
and it probably wasn't handled correctly. I mean, what do? Cancel the race or postpone it and move it to 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.? You know what I mean? You push it all off, and we're gonna run this race on Monday. No, that's not gonna happen.
Were the races live on TV?
Yes.
Okay.
That one they were. I think there's only been one race so far that isn't live, but I think there are some
one or
more.
two. Yeah.
I think New Jersey isn't live.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have to look at the schedule.
Because if it's a live TV program, they got to push through it.
Right. And the thing is the other part makes me wonder is like, okay, back in your dad's day or your dad's day or, in the 80s when this kind of shit happened and they used lime or whatever. And I'm wondering if it's because of social media that this has become an ordeal. Yeah, shit's got fucked up.
Yeah.
But if it's a social media sore situation for Feld because of social media. Yeah. Probably before, this would be maybe a blurb in Racer X or Cycle News or RIP Trans World.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this got fucked up, but nobody really cared. But now that everybody has an Instagram page, they're posting pictures of this or of that, and you have the big names speaking out. Ken Roczen, Tomac did not speak. I don't think he's really said anything about it.
Tomac's on so many different monster payrolls that he's never going to do anything.
But I mean, you look at some of those guys that do complain about it, so then that gets everybody's attention,
right?
Because everybody in this room right here follows Ken Roczen. Mm-hmm. So if Ken Roczen says something, we all see it, and then the community's so small that everybody in the community sees it.
And that's the other thing, though. I know they started a long time ago. I get that, but there had to be a time that they just didn't add anything to the dirt. What happens if you don't add anything to the dirt? The lime obviously didn't do anything last weekend to help anything. So why did they even use it in the first place?
Okay, for instance, like this weekend, that dirt that they moved into the stadium for this. Okay, that shit was sitting outside last week, as we know.
It probably has lime in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because it's not getting rained on or flooded out, you're not going to have the same reaction on an ordeal as you would if you're driving through a puddle full of liquid whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have the same effects.
I don't know. Here's what I see. Instead of like pointing the finger at Feld and saying, you guys fucked up, or at Dirtworks, okay, every single person that works for Feld, works for Dirtworks, works for the AMA, the FIM, every single person as an individual only wants the best for the sport of supercross, motocross, dirt bike racing, power sports. Okay. But what happens is whenever you have Feld with their bottom line and they have numbers to make and expected increases in money that they're making with doing this operation, that's whenever people start or stop taking the best interests of all out of the picture and putting it into the corporation that they're representing by working for. Okay, so it's money in, money out. How do we run this with the least amount of money invested and get the most return out of it? Well, whatever that is, and Feld's the promoter, so they know, whatever that is may not necessarily be the best thing for the racers. Now, I'm not pointing the finger at Feld, but I will just say there are 38 riders in the 450 class this weekend. Is that a symptom of the way that Feld has operated by essentially, well, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. Or is that a symptom of people not giving a fuck about becoming a racer anymore?
Well, that's two different things, but
Yeah.
that's two different things you're talking about there. But I don't know if it's a full, because if you look at it, okay, if this race, if Minneapolis was Oakland 2 or whatever, you'd have 60 riders in the 450 class.
No, you wouldn't, because there weren't 60 of the first one.
Okay, well, however many there were, I'm just
Yeah.
okay. There was, let's say 50. I'm throwing numbers out here because I don't have it in front of me. So let's say what race was this that was a swamp? San Diego.
Yep.
Okay, San Diego last weekend was a swamp, and let's say you had 50 450 entries. Well, if you go to San Diego 2 the following weekend, you're still going to have 50 entries. So why does Feld care? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, because if you're not going to go race that weekend, Jeff
Right.
Crutcher isn't going racing because he's mad and his bike's fucked up and he can't do it. Well, Mike Garrison's going to load his shit and go because he knows you're not going. Or there's somebody else that's going to take your spot. The show will go on regardless.
So here's my argument with that. And there were a lot of guys on Vital that were saying, well, you know, if this, everybody knows that it's going to be a mud race, why aren't the local guys that have their pro license just, hoping, shooting from the hip on this and signing up for it? Well, that's because pre-entry for the race closes like 2 weeks in advance. Okay. So that eliminates any ability for like a local guy to be like, fuck it,
Right. And just go jump in like you did for the last arena cross you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I got 2 hours. I'll make it. I'll
Precisely. Yeah. Yeah. Whereas so to argue what you're saying, no other rider is going to go to that race because he knows that other people aren't.
No, but what I'm saying is they're still going to be there. They're still going to go. Regardless, if you're a professional supercross racer, and in Southern California there's a bunch of them,
Yeah.
you're going to those races.
I wouldn't call them professionals.
Well, if you're part of the show,
Okay,
if
yeah.
you're an act or a character, whatever you want to call it, if you're part of the circus, we can call it that.
Entertainer.
Entertainer. If you're an entertainer, that's the word I'm looking for. You're going to be at the next race. If this was Anaheim 1, which Anaheim 1 has been a swamp, Anaheim 2, all those same guys are still going to show up. Whether their bike's trashed or not, they're still going to be there.
Okay, so how does Feld incentivize? Well, fuck it doesn't matter.
The guys in Minneapolis aren't there. Nobody's there because it's in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Guys from California can't afford to drive there unless somebody's cutting a check. Look at who from Missouri is capable of going to race Supercross this weekend. That's capable to go do it. Who would do it?
And has their pro license?
Yes. That could have signed up 2 weeks ago. Who? Somebody from St. Louis, maybe?
Bubba Pauly.
Bubba, yeah. Well, Bubba's
he's
Illinois, technically, but he's there.
Mark Wishart doesn't have his license anymore. Carter doesn't.
I don't think did he get it last year?
He didn't get it yet.
So anyways, okay, so that's, and if we don't count Vince Freeze, Kansas, you got Kevin.
Right.
And that's probably it. Go to Nebraska. The only guy I know out of there.
Dustin Winters there.
Dustin Winters is there. Okay, yeah,
There's
he is
no
there.
S. Winter.
Winter, whatever.
No, just FYI.
Winters.
It's like whenever people used to call Colt Humphreys. What is Colt Humphrey?
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Me neither. I don't know.
And then, okay, go to Nebraska. The only guy I know out of there, other than Denny Stevenson, is Cody Gilmore.
Preston Taylor's there.
Preston, and he is racing. Does he have his license?
Yep. Lights
Okay.
class just got it.
So we're talking 3 guys.
Yep.
Iowa's got a handful of guys because that's what they do.
So
Mason Kerr is up there. Who else?
So what I was just about to say, it is first I was going to say, well, Feld needs to incentivize, or I hate just saying Feld, but they're the ones that are running the show. Feld needs to incentivize these guys, these other guys, to come to the races. Okay, make it easier for your Southern California guys, your Robbie Wagemans, okay, to come up here and do these races, so then the entries aren't so low. But then I got to thinking about it. Okay, there's 38 guys, 39 guys. Everybody goes to the night show. Well, guess what? There's still only 20 guys in the main. Okay, those are the 20 people. Those are the 20 people. So whenever we don't have 20, that's whenever things will change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But until then, until we,
Okay, the same thing. Look at the GPs. The GPs don't get a 40 rider gate.
No.
There's guys that just are local guys from whatever country they're in, sign up and go race the MXGP class because there's only 33 guys.
Yeah. But there's also amateur classes on the same day.
At the GPs?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
On the same day? It's not a separate program?
No. You have the EMX 125, EMX 250, EMX 300. Yeah, no, there are like 6 other classes that race in those days.
That's funny.
Yep.
Huh.
So anyways, but yeah, it's going to have to be detrimental to the show because really 38 riders, they don't give a shit. Yeah, that cuts into whatever they're going to make entry fees wise from each guy.
Which is
but
peon money.
Right, which is they don't even care. They waste that money in lime. You know what I mean? They didn't have to spend that money in lime this weekend, so like no big deal.
So that's where the entry fees goes, to pay for the bags of lime.
Pay for the lime. So, because I mean, if you look at the guys, okay, like whatever Detroit is probably going to have a sand section. Those bikes get sandblasted when they go through the sand section. Guys complain about that. This one just happened to be every single bike, everybody that had a camera and every team manager that had to scrub a frame clean took a photo of it and complained about it.
We're also leaving out that sand doesn't typically harm the riders.
Also true.
It'll give you maybe monkey butt, a little monkey butt, but not to the point to where you can't ride.
I was going to say,
where you have a chemical burn.
Yeah, Monday morning you can still probably go ride.
Yeah, because what you brought up the point of like if you look at social media, nobody rode this week. Maybe Friday they rode. You know what I mean? Where they were able to. So it's interesting to think of it that way. But again, Feld. Why does Feld care?
Feld doesn't
care because they know they're going to be there Saturday.
Yeah.
Whether their butthole hurts or not, they're going to be there.
Because they're paid to be there by someone else.
Right.
Will it ever get to the point that it's like Monster Jam? Riders are employed by Feld?
No, and the reason for that is because unlike Supercross, what kind of truck is Gravedigger?
I don't think
Monster truck?
Right. Okay. Monster Jam truck. Let's make sure we get that. Because there are still monster trucks that are not Monster Jam.
Okay.
Now, everybody knows that Bigfoot was a Ford. Okay. But what about all the other trucks? Like Sharknado or whatever it's called.
Sharknado?
I mean, Zombie or
Medusa,
Gravedigger or whatever.
Yeah.
Medusa,
right.
yeah. I mean, any of them.
All right. You see where I'm going with that? There's no manufacturer involvement there. The trucks don't say Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge on it. Okay.
They used to.
At one time,
was, I think, before Feld existed, yes.
Yeah, that's whenever
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
They're characters now.
Exactly.
Yes, it's an entertainment. It's just like Cirque du Soleil.
So until Feld
is selling until Ford is selling monster trucks, they have no reason to be involved with Monster Jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they're a paying sponsor of the series.
Right. Yeah. Which they are. Right. But I mean, where would they rather spend their money? On banners or on the truck? On banners. Yeah. Okay, so now you switch over to Supercross. The manufacturers have a reason to be there.
And that's the only reason that really exists anyways.
To sell dirt bikes.
And they're funding it on the back end.
Yeah.
I mean, besides what they're paying the riders and the team to be there and sell motorcycles, they're paying Feld to be a part of it.
Yeah. You know, Mike, that you have to pay Feld money to park your truck inside or in the pits, whenever you're an 18-wheeler, you have to pay them to be there.
So if a team is parked outside, like let's just say they still at St. Louis.
Yeah.
We all go to St. Louis and Honda's parked out on the street. What that means is Honda didn't pay
Yeah,
to park inside.
correct.
Because
And
I've been to
because-
Super. Now that you say that, but I mean, this is different because it was like a guy out of a van. But I've seen guys on the other side of the fence pitted out of their van
So
before.
if
But that's probably like
if
just
you
they
go with
couldn't
the van,
fit-
can you
couldn't fit
park
in the back.
inside?
No,
if you
see,
paid?
okay, here's what it is. It's a liability. They are covering the cost of liability. Okay.
Like
Okay.
if somebody runs a can of spray paint down the side of a 18-wheeler or something. It's kind
No,
of
no,
what
no,
you're
no, no,
thinking.
no. Like I'm saying, all right, if U.S. Bank Stadium, where's that at? That's Minnesota.
That's
right?
Minnesota,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So that's a bad example because they don't have indoor pits.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. All right. So the Edward Jones Dome has to cover with insurance every single piece of equipment that comes inside of that stadium. Okay. Well, they roll that cost over to Feld, okay, by charging them X amount for the stadium rental. Okay. Then Feld says, well, if we have to pay all this liability insurance for people that aren't, you're not our people, we're just going to roll that over to the people that are
To the contractor
to the
that's coming
people
in.
that are there to make money. Okay. Honda is there to make money. All right. Feld gives them a stage for them to make their money. All right. They do that with the manufacturers. They do that with the OE or the aftermarket companies. They do that with Monster. They do that with the riders. Okay. Everyone that is there to make money. Feld says, we're going to build this track. We're going to rent the stadium. Here's the format. Here are the rules supplied by AMA. This is our show. If you want to be part of it, here's what you're going to have to pay in order to enter the building. Here's what you're going to have to pay to be part of the program. Here's what you're going to have to pay in order for you to have logos on your bike that you are getting paid for to be part of our program. Okay. So Feld builds the stage, offers the stage, says any asshole that wants to come be part of this can. You have to meet X, Y, and Z rules and pay X amount of money. Okay. There's very, very, very few sports that are like that.
Motorsports.
Yeah, right,
It's
yeah.
NASCAR. I mean, any motorsport is going to work like that.
If you exit motorsports, then it's completely, the way that we do things is completely foreign. Now, part of that is because in motorsports, each car, bike, whatever, lawnmower, they can sell to Tide, okay? So like, or Surf, all right? Not Ray Somo, whatever. The point is that whenever...
I don't really know where he was going with that, but okay, keep going.
I'm pulling the wrong file out of my camera right now.
Put that one back.
Yeah, put that one back. All right. Whenever AJ Canzaro shows up and he's fuck, I have no idea where I'm going with this now.
Me either.
Because I'm
Okay,
thinking about
what you're saying is anybody can go buy a motorcycle that is eligible. Any
Right.
pro supercross rider can drive up the street to Donnell's, buy a Honda CRF 450, throw it in his truck, drive to Minneapolis, and race.
Right.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
And in motorsports, anybody can do that. NASCAR, it takes more. NHR, it takes more. Just because
I can't go
because
buy
you
a
have to-
baseball bat and go play with the Royals.
Correct.
No.
That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yes, that's the organizational difference. Yes.
And okay, here's where I was going with this. All right, so you go buy your bike and then you go hit up ABC siding. Okay, you go to ABC siding and say, "Hey, I am a pro. I'm a professional motocross racer. Here's my van. I want to put the ABC siding logo on it. Roofing. They're a roofing siding.
Roofing.
Yeah. All right. So I want to put the ABC logo on the side of it. ABC logo on my bike. ABC logo on my gear. Here's the return of investment of what you're going to get for giving me $10,000. Okay. Well, the only reason you get to make that $10,000 is because Feld is holding the race in Minnesota. All right. So
It's just like paying your entry fee. The teams pay an entry fee.
Precisely.
The
Yep.
sponsors pay entry fees. That's all.
So to bring it full circle, the point is that Honda has to pay Feld for them to let them in. Okay. Now, there's a very valid argument Do I think that there should be merchandise profit sharing? Absolutely. Do I think that there should be teams, riders, aftermarket companies that should be able to sell products at the races? Absolutely. I don't understand why Feld has, or even motocross is a little bit more loose about it, but why they're so tight about maintaining the only thing that can be sold on this property is our official merchandise.
Because if people are spending money, they want them spending money with them.
Okay.
And that's why.
Now,
they don't care. That's what it comes down to, the point of, like, why do I care if FMF makes money or Red Bull or whoever else is there? I don't care if they make money.
Okay, so
I want your money spent on my soft drinks, on my pretzels, on my T-shirts, on my light-up twirly things,
Okay, so there you go. That is Feld acting in the best interest of Feld, not Feld acting in the best interest of the sport as a whole.
Correct.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Do I wish it was another way? Yes.
Yes.
But I can wish in one hand and shit in the other. I'll tell you which one fills up faster.
Bingo.
So there's a lot of things that people say, especially on Vital. They mean very well. These guys think these thoughts out, and okay, getting back to social media. Just because, every person that has a screen name, login, Facebook, whatever, every single person that posts has the same amount of volume being broadcasted as someone that knows what they're talking about. So someone that is spreading bad information, disinformation, fake news is saying it at the same exact volume as a person that is saying the complete.
And it's traveling faster.
Yeah.
Because it's negative.
So that is why whenever Roczen was saying, I'm still burned or whatever, and then you go into his comments and there's 785 people that are saying, dude, that's fucked up, fuck that, that's, you should sue or whatever.
Right. First comment you'll see, you should sue for it. Like, that's the first comment you'll see on any of that.
And the volume at which that is being said is the exact same as the guy that's like, hey man, that's too bad, good luck next weekend, because it's being said in a post comment format. Okay, and there's really no dialogue. But whenever you're scrolling and you're seeing all the shitty things that people are saying, you're like, God damn, that's a lot of people saying negative remarks. Especially whenever you have the upvote and downvote algorithm that Instagram, Facebook, everybody has with liking comments. Remember Instagram before you could like a comment? So whenever you would see comments, it was all in chronological order.
I wish it was in chronological order still. I still wish it was.
I wish everything was in chronological order.
Yeah, because now, like, on...
Is Twitter the only one that's still that way? And they're even a little bit not in some of their stuff?
Yeah, because like Roxon's post, the most liked comment, no matter what it says, is going to be the one that shows up first.
And also, people with a blue check mark, their comment, regardless whether it's just this, hand emoji, always goes to the very top. So like whenever you see, if you look at like Ken Roxon's post, there will be like 6 or 7 random famous people that are commenting on it, like good job, or rock on, that kind of like random lowest common denominator stuff. But the thing is, they realize I have a blue check mark. If I comment on other blue check mark people's posts,
it's the one of 2 comments that they're going to see.
Yeah. It's the very top comments. So then people are like, oh, that's sick. Who's this random person that doesn't look like they race motocross? You click and it's just some famous person for being a gamer reviewer or a weightlifter or something like that. They have no vested interest in motocross.
Cologne.
Yes, Clinique. For him. Is that what you're wearing right now?
No, but that's what Ken Roxon rides for. He rides for Clinique.
I feel like I said what I wanted to say about that.
Yeah, so are we done with Limegate?
Yeah, sure. It's done.
I'm through with it.
Are we done? Yeah, I mean, whatever. So, Minneapolis tonight. I'm sad that Benny's not there.
Oh, by the way, while we were paused, of course it's seamless whenever people actually hear it. We watched time qualifying for almost 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah.
Was it that long?
It felt like it.
No, I don't think it was that long. It was like 2 sessions. We watched 2 sessions.
I thought we watched 3.
450s. We watched 2 450 sessions.
Fuck. You're right.
You're drunk. Anyways,
drunk on your love, baby.
I wasn't going to be doing this podcast today because I was going to go to Minneapolis, but based on the weather report, we decided to stay home.
Dude, that would have cost you money, and now instead you're getting your lunch paid for because you stayed home.
Yeah, dude.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm all for
And
that.
you got to watch free practice because
Jeff's rich.
Because Jeff bought the NBC Sports Gold and we didn't have to.
That's
Yeah.
right. That is right.
So now we got the added benefit of that.
Yeah.
So anyways, we didn't go because really I looked it up. It was going to be pretty cheap to drive there, but I think my 6-hour drive was going to be like a 10-hour drive, and I didn't really want to deal with that.
Are you going to go to Dallas?
No, that is my sister's baby
That's
shower.
right. Are you, Mike? Are you going to go to Dallas?
I hadn't thought about it. When is it?
The weekend.
15, 16?
Next
16?
Next weekend. It's next weekend.
No.
Next weekend.
Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Why
He's
don't
just
you
not going to
just go?
Dallas.
Just pack up and go?
Yeah, why not? Got something better to do?
Maybe. I'll let you know.
Sit at home and in bed and stare at the ceiling and listen to Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Sing Celine Dion to
Yeah.
himself.
It's only 6 hours to Minneapolis.
A little bit over probably.
With Scott's
6
lead
hours.
foot, yeah.
Don't you threaten
but
me
if
with a
you're,
good time,
Hey,
yeah.
if you're Dylan Cooper and you're towing a trailer, 5.5.
5.5, even faster.
Dang.
Dylan's not afraid to spend money on fuel
No, does not care.
or speeding tickets. They don't matter to him.
He doesn't. It's really doesn't even count.
Okay.
And then when he gets one, he just has to drive even faster to make up for the lost time.
Dylan's speeding tickets are factored into like whenever
His
he's
trip
like,
cost.
Yeah, his trip cost. He's thinking, well, let's see, fuel's going to cost $750, and I'm going to get a $350 ticket on the way there. So,
Yep, we're still going. Let's go.
yep, load up, boys.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go to Dallas, Arlington,
Arlington.
AT&T. What do they call?
AT&T Stadium.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But isn't there more to it? It's
No,
like AT&T Stadium at Cowboy Park or something.
No, there is something park. It's Dallas Cowboy Park or whatever because it's right with the Rangers. So they're building like a power and light. Like when I went last
Yeah,
year or
you're
2
right.
years ago,
That's right.
they're building like a power and light area district in between the two stadiums.
Yeah.
And who knows if it's done or not? I don't know.
Arrowhead has Monster Jam.
Yeah.
A, that's sick.
Yeah. Oh, we're going.
B, maybe in the future Supercross. Because now the reason I say that, I know that Monster Jam goes places that Supercross doesn't go. I get that. But what I had heard was the reason that Supercross originally left Arrowhead was because tearing up the field and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly they're not afraid to do that if they're going to put monster trucks on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that Monster Jam is so goddamn profitable for everyone involved.
Have you ever been to
It
Monster
doesn't
Jam?
matter.
Yeah, they sell it
Yes.
out.
It's stupid.
And it's so loud.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Like you think your 450 like starting gate is loud?
I told
a monster truck is so fucking loud.
I told Justin Sipes that if he's there, drive Megalodon. That's what the shark truck
That's the
is.
shark. Yeah, that's the shark.
I said if you're there, because he's scheduled for X, Y, and Z dates, and there's like 3 Megalodons.
Yeah.
All right, because
and
they
like
do-
3 drivers per truck.
Exactly. So I told if you're at Kansas City, let me know because we'll come do the pit party and get photos with the Megalodon.
Actually, in all fairness, let me retract my statement of how dumb Monster Jam is. The only Monster Jam I've ever been to was at the Sprint Center.
And that would be terrible.
It was. They said, "Rum."
Yep.
Yeah, let's hear it, folks, for Gravedigger. And we're like, huh? Like, it was really bad.
Yeah.
So at Arrowhead, maybe if they have a little room to.
And they do.
To go big send.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be guys doing backflips. in
Like the
monster
one at
trucks.
Vegas would be cool.
Yeah.
Where they come like into the stadium. That would be sick.
Oh, that's such a dude. Those are cool trucks.
So I don't know. I don't look outside right now. I don't think there's any Supercross happening in Kansas City
Unless
Because
it's the
there's no
next to
roof.
last race.
unless it's right before. But they're
how'd
always
they do
in
it before?
Seattle. How did they do it before?
Yeah, like in the
probably
80s.
next to last race. Yeah.
But mind you, Supercross ran at different times than it does now. Back in the day, whenever they used to run,
Wasn't it like a summertime thing? No?
practically, well,
don't know.
Supercross and motocross overlapped each other for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to go.
To the monster
go.
trucks or to
Yeah.
the Supercross at Arrowhead?
Both.
Well, both, but
Monster Jam first, of course.
Okay,
Right,
so
yeah, for sure.
you know, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast or not, but like I was worried about the Denver one because I'm like, dude, fucking Denver Supercross, are you guys dumb? But it's in April. You realize the
Average temperature is probably like 60 degrees.
It's exactly what it is,
Yeah.
and it's higher than it is here. The average
Everyone is higher in Colorado than out here.
Damn, dude. You are a funny man.
Yeah, the weather's the weather's different over there. All the haze.
Yeah, a little cloudy.
It seals the heat in.
Yeah.
Same for Seattle. That's why they run Supercrosses in Seattle too,
True.
which is always happens to be a mud race and take somebody's knee out. So
Yeah.
whatever. It is 3:08. How sick is that?
It's a good number.
I'm 8 on the CR.
I'm 8 on the CR.
So then after the Supercross, I'm going to go ride at Texplex on Sunday.
Which I hear is just super sick now.
Allegedly, it looks like a hard pack track to me, which I don't really get off on that much. But since it's the Lap King Boner Jams 93 out there, they're going to be doing a big Lap King blowout. Don't look at my phone.
I was looking at your dick.
It's big.
Something like that.
You know, my
Your phone just happened to be laying next to
He
it.
said
okay?
boner jams, and Scott was just like,
Oh,
Yeah. You know, my nickname in high school was Tripod Mike.
that's why he wears camo pants.
did you go to high school?
No. But so I'm gonna go to Texplex for the Lap King blowout jam on Sunday, and then maybe ride with Regal's operation at Quicks on Monday, and then on Tuesday I'm gonna drop because Aubrey's coming down with me, so I'm gonna drop. Take Tuesday off, drop Aubrey off at the airport, and then head south. Probably
Texplex?
no.
This is after Texas.
Oh, this is after
Yeah,
Texplex.
Texplex Sunday,
Okay.
QMR Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday off, Wednesday Cycle Ranch.
You're gonna. Is that San Antonio?
Yes,
Oh man, that's a drive, isn't it?
4 hours.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking it was further than that.
When you're
I haven't
all-
been to San Antonio in a long time.
Wait,
When-
this is 4 hours south.
Yeah,
Okay.
from
But if
Dallas.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna ride there on Wednesday, and then go to Jacob Sauter, aka Has-Beens or HB Moto. Ride at stay at Jacob's house on Wednesday night, and then ride Three Palms on Thursday. Yes, sir. Stay at his house again on Thursday. Take Friday off. Drive back north. Stay at Eric's house Friday night, and then on Saturday ride again Saturday, and then depending on how my hands are and how I feel, how the bike is, I may stick around and do a vintage race the day on Sunday because they have a 125 quote unquote all-star class. So it's anybody with a 125, regardless of what year, can ride it.
And where's that at?
Burleson. Yeah, for the Texas. See, Burleson is a practice track. All right,
Okay,
but they
yeah.
hold vintage races there. But the Texas TVRA, Texas Vintage Racing Association, is going to have their first race of the year on that Sunday. So I'll probably race that, depending on how I feel. And then Vince is going to bring his 94 CR125 out to that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So
Vince.
Monteleone.
I did not know until we went on our last little road trip that you and him were so tight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's super cool. I just didn't know that. I'm glad that I'm tight with Vince. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I
I
got you.
should probably meet Vince then.
You should, yeah, for sure.
Monteleone.
Monteleone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it takes up the whole back of his jersey. Get the
And
name across there.
His full name is Vincent Gianni Monteleone. He is as Guido as they come. Not really. He would be
His name is
if his hair didn't fall off and he could do it DJ Pauly style.
DJ Pauly D's coming to Power and Light for
I saw that.
Monster Jam.
no, yeah, for Monster Jam. No, for what is it? Whatever the hell the next holiday is, St. Patrick's Day.
Perfect.
I heard that on the radio coming over here and I laughed.
He's here a couple times a year.
I'm guessing they're cutting him a big check. Who knows?
Somebody is. Imagine how fun
You know
that
how
would
much
be.
we love our Jersey Shore here in Kansas City.
Dude, do you remember doing the fucking
Fist
thing with,
bumping like
yeah, fist bumping.
champs.
But you had to start low, you
Yeah.
know, on the floor,
You
and
had to
build
beat
your
it
way
up.
up, beat it up, and then
beat
get
that
to the
beat
top,
up.
get up
Oh,
there.
yeah, and then you just
Dude, we used to do that so hard when you were going to college.
we used to go out a lot. Now, like, the thought of going out's like
Cringeworthy?
yeah. Like I don't even want to think about it. Ooh.
What do you guys want to eat for lunch?
What did we do last time? We did hula hands last time, didn't we? That was like dinner, whatever. But yeah, it's another odd podcast where we're doing it with the sun's out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just different atmosphere.
We can go anywhere you like.
He wants a iced tea from Sonic or something. McDonald's are $1.29.
No, I'm hand delivering pizza to my father, who just had his knee replaced, to watch Supercross tonight.
There you go.
Yeah. At 7.
At 7, yeah. Well, that's what I was looking at. Like, I was thinking of, you asked where we wanted to eat, so I was trying to think, do I eat light? Do I really go hard?
And then snack on the pizza later?
Yeah, and then snack on the pizza, or do I really want to enjoy the pizza late? Like,
we can do like a sandwich, like a McAllister's or something.
Yeah,
I don't know where. Is there one over here?
Yes,
Actually, I've only been there a couple times. I remember I drove by one.
Yeah, that's a tasty place.
Beef with McAllister's, though, is they don't have fries.
No, they do not.
You want some fries?
Well, if I eat a sandwich, typically I want the fries with it. So
I don't know. I'll have
Big
to think about it.
Whiskey's
I
is
don't
next
know.
door.
Did we determine that Big Whiskey's is good or bad? What did we determine? Didn't we talk about that last
We didn't
daytime
really determine
show?
anything other than Gabe's friend
yeah,
started it.
Now hold on,
that's
didn't
right.
you say the Big Whiskey's wings are really good?
Is that your spot?
I wouldn't call it my spot, but I've been there a lot.
What's your spot? What's your go-to?
Probably B-dubs.
McDonald's.
B-dubs?
Yeah.
The McDonald's of
drive-through.
Well, yeah, McDonald's, yeah. That's probably my... But I don't like McDonald's food. That's the thing that
You
people...
just get the tea and drive out?
Yeah, that's what people don't realize is they're like, God, you eat at McDonald's a lot. I really
no, you
don't.
just get a beverage.
I drink a lot of McDonald's tea, but I don't like... I'll eat McDonald's food, but I don't like McDonald's
Did you know
food.
like the number one best rated drink is a medium Coke from McDonald's?
It's because it's pure sugar.
Right, I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just telling you. Like the number one best
why
tasting.
medium, though?
Huh?
Why medium?
I think just as.
If you're gonna go, they're all $1 at McDonald's.
Well, I know it's a large, but I'm thinking this is statistically the way. I don't know.
Dog, just let him say it out
Yeah,
loud.
whatever.
Move
I'm done.
on.
I'm done. I'm over. Go. What were you going to say something? I interrupted you.
Do you ever fuck with Chick-fil-A?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm
Never.
good. Oh yeah. Chick-fil-A's good. Yeah,
I
good
never
stuff.
go there.
Really?
Never, dude. My go-to is Chipotle, and if like I'm gonna go sit down somewhere, it's like an Applebee's, like total.
I could go for some B's, a quesadilla burger.
I enjoy Applebee's.
Where's
The one out by me is good. I don't know about over here. Is there
There's
one
one
over here?
right up 291.
It closed.
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, dude. You know that like Applebee's is really struggling.
Yeah.
Like
have
they
rats.
have-
I know they've redone ours like 4 different times,
Yeah.
but ours is always busy, so
Yeah.
it's probably fine. But I would believe nationwide, I would believe that because they keep redoing them, trying to.
Well, the thing
New
is
concepts.
people our age are not going to eat at places like that anymore. Yeah.
Because we have the
It's because when we were
Fandango delivers it to your door. Or
when we
whatever.
were 18, Applebee's is where you went to pick up chicks. And when that failed, you have bad memories, and so as you get older, you're like, I don't go there. Especially if you get
ever
older.
remember doing that.
You didn't go to Applebee's to pick up chicks,
I don't think so.
I picked up a chick from Applebee's.
right? See, that's what I'm saying.
Must be a
So
Belton
now you
Raymore
get a
thing.
girlfriend, or you like you get.
It was
you get
in
married.
Blue Springs.
Yeah, you get married, you get a girlfriend. You're like, we don't go to Applebee's.
Yeah, I don't know. Applebee's is like if we don't want to cook dinner on the way home from the gym or whatever, or just from doing stuff like that's because it's kind of close to the house. It's good enough that it's like worth going to.
Applebee's or
And it's right
54th
there.
Street. They're
I prefer Applebee's, but I'm talking the one out by me, not necessarily. I don't know. That's me.
Applebee's.
I prefer
ahead.
Applebee's over 54th Street, but a lot of people would disagree with that and say, "Oh my God, how can you do that?"
Okay, so the closest AB is
Douglas.
That's my dog's name.
Yeah,
That's not far.
that would be the one.
That's very close.
It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Dude, do not fucking do that in the microphone.
Do you feel better?
God, you are a piece of shit. I
You are
hate
welcome.
that.
You are welcome.
And you're the only one wearing headphones.
Yeah.
And now, but except for everyone that listens to this podcast is
Yeah.
now gonna have that same reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode.
You are welcome, everyone listening to this, in whatever country you're in, whether you're in Switzerland, Ireland, Indonesia.
Mike's gut just wanted to get in on the conversation.
Yep.
Food.
B-dubs, we could do some B-dubs. I mean, I don't care what we do. What else is over that way? There's a
I
sports
don't know.
bar.
The fact that
I
we're
don't
still
know.
talking about this on the podcast.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
the best
Yeah.
part.
Well, this okay. So this is a typical conversation
Yeah.
that everyone
Yeah.
listening to this podcast
Yeah.
can relate to. Because, well, where do you want to go? I don't care. Where do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna really pick, I'd say let's go to Chipotle.
What do you think? What do you think is the like? If Roxon goes and wins a Supercross, where does he celebrate? What does he eat and where does he go?
Oh, I can tell you the answer to that.
Okay, go.
If it's in California, everybody goes to In-N-Out.
Do they actually
We
get
went
a
to
burger?
In-N-Out
Or do they
and
get like
then
a
I won.
salad?
Dude, burger,
Yeah,
fries,
full on.
Really?
milkshake, the whole deal.
Okay, that
Shit-
surprises me.
I shit you not. You're my favorite turd, Mike.
There's one not far from the stadium. We went there.
Okay, what about in Florida? He has a good day training.
Well, the East Coast is different. Honestly, it's like people go
Bubblegum shrimp?
People go party more on the East Coast. Like the parties are harder on the East Coast. The West Coast races are about going and chilling afterwards.
It's because the
Weather.
the weather and the sponsors and who's in town and
Yeah.
who isn't in town and who you got to go see.
I would guess also part of it is this just came to me. West Coast, there's too many people that know you.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, so they can't go out.
The other part, like Benny for outdoors, every single outdoors that we did this year, Benny hits a Texas Roadhouse. Isn't it Texas Roadhouse? Yeah.
If there's not a TRH, then Outback or any steakhouse.
Yeah, but every night before outdoors, and so far I didn't realize this, but the ratio Texas Roadhouse to Outdoor Nationals are very close to each other.
He goes before the race?
This is the night before, like on Friday night before Saturday outdoors. That's where dinner is.
And the night
And
after
then the
also.
night after.
and loads up on like a burger?
Just
and
whatever.
fries?
I don't know. Steak.
Steak.
Big old steak or some potatoes.
I don't know why I just pictured these guys like,
Eating salads.
yeah, because I heard after Brayton won Daytona, he went out and celebrated and he ate an order of wings and a cookie.
Every guy's different, man. You see a lot of these guys have motorhomes and shit too. When you go to outdoors, outside Kenny's motorhome, they're cooking food. Or
Okay.
same thing with Muscan or Tomac. They're, you know what I mean?
Tomac,
the thing is, some of those guys stay in their motorhomes and some of them go to a hotel. It just
Tomac
depends.
celebrates by putting ranch instead of nothing on his salad.
Instead of red wine vinaigrette.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think
So-
that Tomac celebrates by going home and cooking up a fresh elk steak that he just hunted with his bare hands days before.
Also accurate.
Yeah. Hey, he doesn't even cook it. He just eats it raw.
Do you think there's any other super? I mean, Kenny doesn't hunt. Marvin doesn't hunt.
Well, they're not American.
I mean, do you think? Well, yeah, okay. Who else is in line? Who else is up there? Bogle
can you
doesn't
see
hunt. He was on
Marvin?
the podium last weekend. Benny doesn't hunt.
Did you see Marvin out hunting
Yeah.
with Matilde?
Full camos.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but if you think
Look at
about
the
it,
deer.
and then look how gnarly he is, and he beats their ass at outdoors.
Barsha might. I
Barsha
can see
might.
Barsha. Yeah.
Maybe
Pike?
He's a California boy.
he's a California guy.
Mm.
No, Chad Reed doesn't hunt. He's also Australian.
I'm pretty sure that Weimer does.
Weimer's retired.
I
though.
know
He
that,
does
but
whatever
I'm-
he wants.
but
he's
like-
farm boy
Uh-huh.
from what Ohio?
You know Larry Ward?
Idaho.
Funny story about Larry Ward.
Big game hunter.
He got into RC cars really big. And so I kind of got to know him through that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize like that's what he does now for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like a,
like a guide.
Yeah.
like some place you go. I don't know what you do with hunting. I don't know how that works, but it's not that I've never
Yeah.
wanted to go hunting or that I've never gone hunting, but it's not that like I'm against hunting. I just don't trust myself to go hunting.
Scott, have you ever gone deer hunting?
Oh yeah,
I
that's what
didn't-
I grew up doing. I didn't get
Okay.
into waterfowling until after I got hurt
Yeah.
the first time. But when I was a kid, that we deer hunted all the time.
Common
Grew up
misconception with Mike Garrison.
Go ahead.
People think I don't like guns. It's not that I don't like guns. It's that I am personally afraid to use a gun
Dude.
because I would blow over backwards or like I'd be so excited that I shot it and didn't make it on a YouTube video where I hit myself in the face that like I'd aim down, shoot my foot. Like that's my thing.
Carter Stevenson's dad just sent me a fucking video the other day of these Arab guys that were out with guns. Did you see this shit, Scott?
I've probably seen. I've been waiting. Go ahead.
Okay, this guy is loading a I don't know if it's a shotgun or an automatic rifle, but he's doing something where he's trying to like adjust the strap, and so he puts it down between his legs after he's already loaded the gun, and the strap catches on the trigger, and it just shoots him in the bottom of the chin and blows his head off.
I haven't seen that one. That's pretty graphic.
Wow.
Yeah.
The one I was going to talk about is it's a bunch of Arab guys, and they're in wherever they're at, and there's a group of them. There's a handful on there's a little gap, like less than that doorway between two guys, and this guy like flips his gun and it goes off, and he's like holding it sideways, and it shoots between this group of guys right into the wall, and everyone acts like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then they just start shooting it in the air and yelling, you know what I mean? But like literally, it would be like you shooting between Jeff and I sitting here
On accident.
and then acting like nothing happened.
Yeah.
See, I saw the one the other day. This is in America of
This is America.
yeah, America. The shooting range where the guy is telling you how to do it.
And then it goes
And
off.
it goes
Yeah,
off, and they're like,
uh-huh.
"Did you mean to do that?" And he's like, "Uh huh."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then he unloads it real
Yes,
quick right then and
exactly,
there. Yeah. There's another one where it's a bunch of guys. It's this big giant firearm. I don't really know. It's like a rifle. They're in a range, but the guys, nobody. They just would be like me giving you a gun and then you shooting it and blowing over backwards because like no matter how you stand and hold it, like there's just that much recoil that it would throw you under your ass. And it's just stupid. But yeah, like what is wrong with you people?
Well, let's go to Applebee's.
Time to eat.
Yep.
Applebee's it is.
Who's your pick for the win tonight?
Marvin.
Lime.
The Lime is going to win tonight.
I think the Lime is still winning after last
The
weekend.
Lime is still winning.
Roxon. I have no sound reasoning whatsoever. I just named somebody.
Yeah. I think Brayton finds
Intignap.
a way.
I'm going with Adam Intignap.
Intignap,
Yeah,
because
he
he
was-
watched more practice of him than
yeah.
anybody. How do you think Missouri boy will do?
Which one?
I don't know who's competing.
Who's the Missouri boy?
Well, the
Faulkner?
only one that has a factory ride that I know of that's competing.
Fortner.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, Missouri native, Oklahoma liver,
Well,
been in California for the last 6 months.
I was thinking 450.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Good. He'll do good.
He'll do good.
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going to say Marv for the win in the 450 class.
Not bad. He was fast. He was real fast.
He was fast, looked nice, ready track, short lap times, and jumping through the whoops.
Jumping through the whoops is
yeah.
key.
Yep.
Yeah. I really who I said Brayton, but really Tomac's probably the best bet to have in there. But I mean, really any of those three, I mean, that's your podium. At the first three races, no matter who starts in 15th or not, like they always end up there. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be cool to see a stadium race.
Yeah, it will be. All right, cool. Bye. And finally, Barb. God damn it.
That's a good ad.
Yeah.